Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go getism number 702 for September 3rd, 2013. 2016. Listen, tonight I want to talk to y'all about protecting your friends and ratting on your enemies. Protecting your friends, that seems like the natural thing to do, right? That's what people do. When you have loved ones, when you have people that you care about, you make sure that you protect them. You make sure that their secrets are protected. You make sure that nobody messes with them physically or tries to mess with their head. You make sure that when they're around you that they feel safe and secure. You know, it's you and that person against the world if it's only the two of y'all together. You look out for them. You make sure that everything is all right. There may be times that even when they are in the wrong, that you hold it down for them. Like they ain't gonna be wrong while they around you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe later on when y'all get back together, you know, you say, listen, that wasn't really cool what you did or how you handled that situation, but you know what I mean, I'm still holding it down for you, homie. Depending on the degree of closeness that y'all have. But the bottom line is, when you consider somebody to be a friend, a serious friend, you look out for them. You make sure that they okay, that the situation okay, everything is all right. Now, when it comes to your enemies, a lot of people look at their enemies a lot different. With your enemies, depending on the type of person you are and the kind of character that you have, you may be quick to get information on your enemies and share it with other people. You may be quick to share the information with the authorities. I've known plenty of people who ratted out their enemies to the cops. They felt justified in doing it. They said, well, listen, I would never do that to my friends, but I'll definitely do that to my enemies. That's what they get. That's what enemies are for. I'm supposed to rat them out. I don't know. I can't really speak. No, I can speak on it. I'm going to speak on it too. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not really sure if that's a good idea. See, I think that the best way I could put this is character practice. Let me explain to y'all what I mean by character practice. In order to be something, in order to be the way that you want to be, you have to practice being that way. If you want to be a good father, you have to practice being a good father. You want to be a good boyfriend, you have to practice being a good boyfriend. You want to be a good husband, you have to practice being a good husband. You want to be a good wife, you want to be a good mother, you want to be a good girlfriend, whatever. You know, you want to be a good worker, you got to practice. You want to be good at sports, you want to be good at sewing, you want to be good at art, you want to be good at theater, you want to be good at puzzles, word games, whatever. You have to practice. So in order to be a stand-up person, in order to be a stand-up guy, stand-up woman, you have to practice that. Other than that, if you don't practice, that means that you are probably practicing making excuses for not doing something. And people practice that too. But that's a character in and of itself. So if you want to be the type of person that people speak highly of, if you want to be the type of person that people will say, well, no, you can trust this person. No, this person wouldn't do that. This person is not, that's not their character. That what you're telling me about them don't sound right. Because they're not about that bullshit. They're not about that craziness. In order for people to look at you that way, you have to practice. Simple as that, you have to practice. So, if you want people to feel like you are a trustworthy person, that you are a person with integrity, that you are a person that puts a lot of thought into the way that you impact people, into the way that, if you're the type of person that puts a lot of, if you want people to look at you as the type of person that puts a lot of thought into the things that they do and the things that they say, you got to practice that. You got to get it to the point where people won't believe negative rumors about you because they know that ain't you. But as you practice this, it will become you. It won't be an act. See, some people practice putting on the act. And those are con men, because con men practice that all the time. See, one thing about con men is that they're pathological. And what I mean by pathological is that they do things in a systematic way that to the point where it becomes them. So that's why pathological liars are so good at lying, because those lies have become them. They really believe the lies that they tell. They believe that. So if you question them, if you try to catch them in them lies, they're going to be able to get out of them because they're pathological. Not only that, but pathological people are able to pass lie detector tests. Their skin reactions don't act funny when they tell a lie because they practice and they're pathological. So, I'm saying all of this to say this. You think that it's okay to make sure that you don't snitch on your friends, but you think that it's okay to snitch on your enemies. That means that you're playing both sides of the fence. And when you play both sides of the fence, the lines get crossed. So when things happen like you drink too much or you get too high, you start running your mouth. You know why? Because you haven't practiced not running your mouth. You play on both sides of the fence. See, this is going to sound like kind of crazy to some people. And I'm not telling, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if you see somebody doing something foul out there in the streets to somebody, if you see somebody hurting somebody that's innocent, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do anything about it. I'm not saying that you don't have the right to tell on them. What I'm saying is, when you think that it's okay for you to protect your friends even when they're foul, but you think that it's not okay but you think that it's also okay to snitch on your enemies even when they're not being foul. Some character issues going up in there, yeah. And I ain't even talking about I'm not talking about putting stuff on social media, putting people on blast and all of that kind of shit, because I'm going to just tell you straight up and down, I don't have no respect for that. I don't have no respect for internet warfare. I don't care. Listen. If you want somebody to co-sign some internet bullshit, you come to the wrong place if you ask Sun 752. But that's me. I don't believe in airing dirty laundry. That's whether you're friend or foe. But the problem comes when you have a fallout with your friend, and now your friend has become your enemy. And they may only be your enemy temporarily, but if you haven't practiced not being a snitch, not airing your dirty laundry, not being ratchet, not putting people on blast, if you haven't practiced not collecting info on people so you can use that against them in case they ever don't act right. When you do something like that, you know what that's called? That's extortion right there. You ain't nothing but a blackmail artist and an extortionist. And don't nobody respect nobody that do that. And you can tell the people who are like that. Soon as you get into a little tiff, they want to bring up some shit that you did. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? You want to act like you all this, that, and the third. But you got your husband thinking that, every Friday night you out with your girls, but you laid up in the hotel with your other dude. Bitch, you foul. I'm like, oh, that's information you've been wanting. First you telling me, but I know that now that you done told me, you ain't gonna keep that from somebody else. See, you haven't practiced not being that way. Character practice. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, the lines are so blurry when it comes to this, because like I said, man, some people are gonna feel like if somebody's their enemy and they've done something to them or whatever, that they have the green light to snitch on them or whatever. And I'm not saying that you don't. All I'm saying is your character is going to come into question. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing else. But all that internet warfare going back and forth and bitch, you did, yo nigga, you know what I mean? And I'll do this and that's why. You can't come back from that. That's the real problem with that. When you put that out for the rest of the world to see, you can't come back from that. And it can come back to bite you in your ass. Because once you and that person, y'all cool again, but you done aired out all that old nasty shit for the rest of the world. How you gonna be cool with somebody again and you done put all of this shit out there? Or somebody done put all of your shit out there like that? You can't be cool with nobody like that. And if you do get cool with somebody after all of that, then you ain't cool. That's my word. But hey, this is the world we live in, man. This is the world we live in. We gotta deal with this kind of thing. That's all I really have to say about that, man. I mean, other than that, it was a beautiful day. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, character practice. Practice your character. You want to be something that people look up to, respect, and revere in the highest regard, you got to practice that. But you can't practice the act. You got to practice being what you want to be. Being who you want to be. And really, don't do it just so people will say that about that. I mean, say good things about you. Do it because you are the kind of person who needs to have somebody say something good about them. In other words, do it because it's you. Be yourself. And make sure that the self that you're being is who you truly are. But practice that. And we all need practice being that way. Because we all fall off a little bit. We all are led astray a little bit. We all do some things we ain't got no business doing. Doing stuff we ain't got no business doing. With niggas we ain't got no business kicking it with and shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting ourselves into all kinds of trouble and shit. You know, all kinds of foul shit. Seriously, son. Seriously, son. If you don't... Come on, son. Seriously. Look at my high. Y'all later. Don't forget about the Daily Go-Getterism himself. The Daily Go-Getterism himself every single day. Every single day. Sunday through Saturday. Straight up, yeah. 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call-in number 347-15... No, forget it. 347-677-1533. Once again, the number to call is area code 347-677-1533. And don't forget about the website, urbanfairpeopleson.com. Go to the website. Get down with the website. The website is moving. No, the movement is moving. It's moving right. It's moving in the right direction, and we want y'all to move right with it.